promise to help each other, celebrate the joys of life, and to console each other.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
Later, you know what it is. Hey, ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey.
They said we said we it. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we it. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blitz. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we it. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go.
Yo, what's cracking? Welcome back to another episode of TSWS Gaming's Bullsitting. It's only going to be me and my partner Matt today here with me. Man, goodness gracious, we tried to have Loke here. We really tried to get Loke here.
Elon
Didn't
Musk
work
was sabotaging him.
It did not work out
He's
so good.
sabotaging that man.
Yeah, man. So his internet's having a hard time. And hopefully he gets that figured out. He was talking about getting it wired, and I was just thinking, like, man, how is it that we've had this podcast this long and you're just now thinking, maybe I should wire? Maybe I should wire my computer.
Yeah, I gotta be real. As soon as I built my computer, that's the first thing I did was put an Ethernet cable in the back of it.
I don't know why you wouldn't, man. Especially if you're constantly doing stream. He like keep in mind, Luke likes to not only be on camera, be on his mic, but he also likes to share stuff that's going on his screen. So it's like, what are you doing? Thinking that it would be okay
to be on
wireless, like even us, like let's just keep it a buck for a minute. Even us here, in America, right, with high quality internet, right? We got like I got really good internet here.
Yeah,
I'm not doing wireless.
No, absolutely not.
There's no reason to put myself in a situation to be like, damn, this is not working right.
No,
either my internet's either working or it ain't.
Exactly. There's no in between. There's no in between for my internet, working or not working. It doesn't kind of work. It fucking works. It really works. And until it doesn't, in which case it does.
All right. Well, shout out to Rachie in the chat. Fuzzy Tomato, good to see you. Bill, of course. Bill, the main, is in the chat. Taye, I'm not sure if he's here right now, but he was here a little bit earlier. Good to see you, brother. He said he was asking, is this podcast or is this podcast or stream about marathon? Like, okay, so let me go on ahead and give a little bit of background on that real quick before we even dive into the topic that is marathon. And I mean, we got thoughts about it. We both had a chance to play it. Matt's played more of it than I have. But my man Lo, goddamn, I can't stop complaining about my partner in crime over here. This man made the whole podcast supposed to be about marathon. And I can tell y'all right now, I got about 15 or 20 minutes max in me when it comes to talking about marathon. We are not sitting here for an hour and a half, or however long it may be, specifically only talking about marathon because to me, that sounds insane.
Yeah, it does.
So, if you didn't notice, I changed the thumbnail where we are going to be talking about marathon. We're also going to be talking about the Jez interview with Asa Sharma and whatnot, because that was interesting. And some of the takes I've seen with that were either uncool or just kind of like, what the hell? We're going to dig into it because even Blessing had some stuff to say from
Oh yeah,
from
kind of funny.
yeah, from Kind of Funny, which I
Yeah,
felt like was really weird of all people to make fun of a softball interview.
yeah.
Like it's like he doesn't remember some of the interviews that they've had where people were
Mm,
saying the exact same stuff about their interviews with people and stuff like that. So
yeah.
to me, it's just it was uncalled for. I don't think it was necessary, and I don't really think it's necessary when people call them out on softball interviews exactly, because if anybody knows how interviews go, especially if you have a multi-million dollar or billion-dollar company that's on the line, you are submitting questions and having them approved.
Yep.
There is no way
Yep.
that Jez just sat down and she was just like, shoot.
He didn't come up with those questions off the dome.
Yeah,
Those,
there is no interview with any high level executive where you are just spitballing questions to them. That doesn't
no,
happen.
no.
So I don't know where the internet is getting their information from or where they thought they have heard some sort of interview that was just off the chain and nobody cared. I'm sorry, but there isn't an interview that you've ever freaking seen that had people that were worth or working for multi-million dollar corporations that were just like, you know what, just shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
And if they were able to shoot from the hip, usually the person said, okay, you can shoot from the hip, but I might beat around the bush with it.
Yep.
So to me, it was just nuts. But anyways, let's get into marathon because it's over here playing on repeat, and I don't want y'all to think that we just in here beating up on marathon because that's not the thing. We're gonna actually talk about how we felt with the gameplay of it. We're gonna talk about the aesthetic of it, how it's coming out in terms of a crowded space that is extraction shooters and yada yada. But first and foremost, I haven't even gotten to welcome Matt to the show today. Welcome
Yo.
back, of course, brother. Good to see you
Absolutely.
here. Can you go on ahead and just let everybody know how you've been doing, what you've been playing, and everything like that? And then I'll go on ahead and tell everybody what I've been playing because I completely forgot.
Buddy, I've been pretty good. I've been pretty good. My current, I mean, it's early. It's really early, so like, whatever. But like my current game of the year right now has just released. That probably is likely to change next month. I mean, but like Resident Evil Requiem is what I've been playing, and oh my
We're gonna be talking
god.
about that too later, so don't give up too much yet. We're gonna be
No,
talking about
I won't. I will not. I will say that game is amazing. And I'm not even super like really a horror fan. Like in fact, I'm like having to force myself to play horror games and then as I'm playing them finding out, "Oh, they're pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that." As opposed to I feel like a lot of people are just like horror is their shit and that's what they play and they're not bitches like I am because I am when it comes to horror games.
damn, that
So
was blunt.
like
That was
I,
blunt.
I mean, but like, dude, when it comes to horror games, I really am kind of a chicken. So like, I'm trying to not be, I'm not trying to be a big baby. I'm not trying to be a big baby when it comes to horror games. So I beat Resident Evil Village. That was great. And then got Resident Evil Requiem. Requiem so far, dude. Like the also the we'll talk about it. But like great game. Amazing game. I'm loving it. I don't know how far I am how far into it I am exactly in comparison to how long the game is. I have no idea. But that's pretty much all I've been playing. That and like Forza. So that's what I've got over here. But and Marathon, which we'll talk about here in a moment.
Yeah, so thank you, Matt. Good to have you back as usual.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of different stuff and really just buying time for Crimson Desert because I kind of, if I'm being real, I don't really care about a whole lot of different games that I've been playing as of lately. I'm kind of just wasting time doing stuff, playing random things. Um, I played some Marathon, which we'll talk about, but I also just yesterday, for fun, I decided, yo, let me go on ahead and give a shot to a game that I never play. And I've never actually beat this game before, but I've played it way back on the OG PlayStation or the PlayStation 2, I don't remember. But Silent Hill. I decided to
Silent Hill
download
2?
and play some Silent Hill 2.
Wow.
Shout out to Matt because that's how I'm playing it because we happened to game share on Steam and he had the game, and I
Wow.
know he's playing some Resident Evil right now. So instead of
Yeah.
trying to play Resident Evil at the same time and finding out, oh, he's playing, um, I was like, let me just go on ahead and try. Um, Let me go on ahead and try Silent Hill because, like you, I'm not a fan of horror games at all, really, or
hmm
I don't think I am. But
Yeah.
keep in mind, I mean, call it what it is. I'm flexing a little bit if I say this, but like, I got a new graphics card, new PC, you
Hey,
know,
talk about it. Yeah, it's not flexing. Talk
new
about it.
new monitor and stuff like that, 4K everything, everything's all the bells and whistles are humming and working right. And Silent Hill is one of those games that are very graphically intensive.
hmm
So
It
I
is.
wanted to see what that game looked like, and while seeing what it looked like, I was like, this ain't too bad. Keep in mind, I'm only like 45 minutes to an hour into it, and I had to go to bed.
Sure.
So I didn't
Sure.
play very much. But like what I did play of it, I was just like, man, this is beautiful. And I could see why people like to play this kind of game. I mean, obviously, on a Series X and PS5, it would have been fine playing over there too, right? But
Sure.
it's just like when I got my 3080 and Death Stranding came to PC, right? I wanted because I knew my 3080 was gonna be able to eat Death Stranding because Death Stranding was phenomenally optimized. So
It's a PS4 game.
exactly. So like hopping on my 3080 when I first got that joint, I was just like over 100 FPS running around. It was beautiful, right? So hopping on this
Yeah.
thing, and that was only at 1440. Now everything's on 4K. It's crazy. It's crazy,
hmm
and it's much more interesting. But anyways, so I've been playing a little bit of Silent Hill. I tried to play some Forza, and I don't even want to get into that right now. That made me hot. For
How'd
some
that go?
reason, on PC, which I'm not the only one that have had this complaint because I looked through some of the reviews and stuff like that for some of you can't play the DL like I shouldn't say you can't play the DLC, but I'll say that a select good amount of us that already bought it can't access it on PC, but I have no problem turning on my Series X and accessing it there.
Yeah.
So
Enough
that's
people that
frustrating.
it's a problem.
It's a well-known issue, and Microsoft's answer to it was, let's ship it on PlayStation. And I'm just like, yo, because some of these reviews I'm seeing are from like a year or two ago and whatnot.
Oh
And I'm,
yeah.
and I'm just like, yo, Forza ain't been there that long. Hold up.
Yep.
Meanwhile, they got the DLC and they got it's all working fine on PlayStation and Xbox. But on PC, the thing that's supposed to be the play anywhere second half, or other third of it or whatever, just non-existent. Not cool, man. And Matt was in the chat with me while I was dealing with it, and I was not too happy.
No, you weren't having fun. You were not having fun, and I can't say I blame you and I told you that it did the same thing for me on Horizon 4, but not with DLCs, but with vehicles that I clearly own, and it was telling me I don't own them. And what I had to do was like play the game for a little bit and come back to my car collection, and then it was like, "Oh, now you own it." It's like, well, that's not how that should work, but okay. All
Yeah,
right.
and I see Fuzzy Tomato saying I had no problem with it. Matt said the same thing to me, but
Same,
I
I didn't
shared
have a
my
problem
screen
either.
to Matt and showed him literally what I was doing every step from turning on the game to getting through the beginning of the screen and then going to the start menu, even driving all the way to the Hot Wheels spot. And each time, all it did was just give me that stupid trailer, and and the trailer is unskippable.
Yep.
So you got to sit there for like 2.5 minutes, watch this trailer just to find out that you can't play it.
Which
It,
is
it was
insane.
it was pretty insane. And then I found out after that, I was like, well, let me try the other DLC I have. It didn't acknowledge that I had that one either. But no, wait, Matt, it did acknowledge that I purchased it.
Yes, you just
Remember
yeah.
seeing that it said purchased?
Yep.
It said purchased on both of my DLCs. But when I went to go
Exactly.
play it, it said download or it said go to the store. That shit made me so angry. But anyways, let's get off of that because I didn't want to get into it, but now I'm fired up again. Let's go on ahead and get into Marathon because that is the first thumbnail. That you would have thought that's what we were going to talk about all night, but
Yep.
that is at least our first topic of today. Shout out to Ray Chi because in the chat he just said I had GeForce now Ultimate. I played Space Marine 2 and it's astonishing, but instead I decided to play the whole campaign on Series X. You know why? Quick resume. The feature is fire. Yeah,
It is. It's
quick
pretty
resume.
great.
Yeah, I mean, you literally can't get quick resume on anywhere else except a series console.
I mean, yeah, unless you got a supercomputer with like 120 something gigs of RAM,
Hey,
which
you could have a Steam Deck. Steam Deck's kind of turn back on and go back to where you were.
sure, but you're not swapping between games on Steam Deck.
Facts.
Exactly.
You are only doing that with one game, and it's literally the last place that you played it, and you can't turn that game off.
Yep. Exactly.
You have to have
So
that game running.
it's kind of nuts that the consoles have been out for as long as they have been, and I mean, with the way things are going, they're going to be out for a fair bit longer. So it's like it's insane to me that nobody else has been like, "Hey, here's a feature like PlayStation." I get PlayStation's kind of like, they I don't think they're super worried about Xbox when it comes to like quote unquote competition, but I'm just surprised they haven't been like, "Hey, that feature's cool. We should do something like that." I mean, or anybody for that matter. I'm surprised it wasn't a part of the Nintendo thing, Nintendo Switch too. I'm surprised it wasn't on that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's a patent or not, though. You know,
That'd be so nuts if if
I
they
mean,
patented that.
hey, hey, there's been some pretty dumb patents just this
There
generation.
have been. Oh man.
There's been some pretty dumb patents, especially some of them that take away the whole point in playing the game.
Yeah.
You hear about that patent, right? Where you just kind of put it down and just the game just does it for you.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
It's pretty neat.
The-
That's a pretty neat one right there. It's called autonomy, and you just don't play.
you get this game and you don't get to play it. You don't have to play it. Also, what was the one from WB Games like patented an entire mechanic that seems
Oh,
like pretty basic but like really cool. But it's like, hey, this mechanic's really awesome. Nobody else can ever do it.
you talking about
Ever.
Nemesis?
Yeah, the Nemesis system. Nobody else can ever do it. It's like what why? What are you, Nintendo? What's wrong with you?
No doubt. That shit's weird to me. Hey, you guys, please, if you can, hit that like button, share this show out. We got some business to get into. Finally, We're getting to
Yeah.
talk about Marathon now. Matt,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to you. You can bounce it back to me whenever you're ready, but I want you just to go on ahead and just from top to bottom, without me giving you any weird specific questions, because I probably will at some point. But as of
You know,
right now, just top to bottom, give me your thoughts on it. Good, bad, and
Marath
ugly.
the good. Okay, well, I'll do that exactly. The good is the game feels good to play. It is a fun feeling game. The guns, it's Bungie. The guns feel great. That's not really a surprise if you played anything from Bungie. They make like the gunplay in their games feels amazing. So that's a check. Um, what else is good is, and I feel like I don't know if I'm the outlier on this because seen, or I don't know if I'm such an outlier as I thought I was because I've seen some people and even heard some of my friends start to come around on it. The art in that game is really, really good. And this is, of course, we have to acknowledge after they got caught stealing art and had to go back in and change it all so that they weren't using stolen art. So it's kind of insane to me that they wouldn't just do what they did with what they have now. It's kind of insane to me that they didn't just do that and not steal any art in the first place. That needs to be acknowledged. But what they've done to fix that is make really great art. I think the game looks great. I think I think it's quite CPU intensive, but like it runs good on every platform I've played it on, which is Series S, X, and PC. I haven't had any issues with it, like feeling like I'm dropping FPS for no reason or whatever. So all that stuff's good. Uh, the bad is, man, and it's this is just for me. Um, it's really sweaty. Like it's a very sweaty game, and like as good as the AI are in that game, which they are, I'm not even really talking about the AI because like the AI is great in Arc Raiders, and it's still super fun and not very sweaty because players in Arc Raiders aren't typically trying to kill you all the time. Everything you run into on Marathon, players, robots, whatever, is literally trying to kill you at all times. Like Ham knows whenever we play Arc Raiders, if I see people, I'm on the mic like, "Hey, we're friendly. We're friendly." I tried that a couple times in Marathon. They'll hunt you down and kill you. Like
You,
they'll
you know,
literally hunt you.
and I don't mean to interrupt you because I'm gonna let you
Go ahead.
continue because I got plenty to say myself. But yesterday, when we had that group where of people that me, you, and Bill were going verse, I sent
Hmm.
the first shot.
Oh, nice. Well, good on you then, because they absolutely were going to do that to
And
us.
there's a reason behind it. I'll get into it when it's my turn, but please continue.
No, like, and to your point, you kind of have to, or at least that's the way the game and the players on the game train you to play the game. Is like if you see other players, don't even think about it, just shoot. Which I get it. It's a PvPvE game, so like there's PvP, but also Arc Raiders is a PvPvE game, and there's way more PvE than there's PvP, and that's just entirely because the community is less toxic, quite frankly. Um, but that, like I said, that's just for me. That's a problem for me. I know there are people who like to play the game like that. I know Vinny likes to play Arc Raiders like that. Maybe he doesn't think that's a bad thing on Marathon. Um, so that's I'm just speaking for my own personal taste. And then the ugly, I don't know. I don't. I guess the ugly would be that it's $40. But I get why
That's
they're
pretty
doing.
fucking ugly.
Yeah, I also get why they're doing that because it's Sony and like everything they just kind of refuse to make a game free. Um, especially from a studio like Bungie or I mean I know Destiny 2 is free, but like that was pre PlayStation buying them. But like, especially a studio like Bungie, you know, Helldivers was $40. Wasn't there another game that was $40 also? And I can't think of what it is.
Helldivers was $40. Yeah, Concord.
Yeah, Concord was $40. So it's like, and the question you need to ask yourself is Marathon better than Concord?
Yes.
Unequivocally, yes.
Yeah.
Unequivocally, yes. It is a much better game than Concord.
Before I even speak, I'll say yes on that one because that
exactly
one's not even fair.
Exactly, it's not. So in that sense, sure, make it $40. But for me personally, I'm not gonna buy that on day one for $40. I'll wait for a sale when it's like 30 or even better, half off. Then I'll buy it. But I mean, there's really good things that I love about it, and there's also some things that make me go, that's not worth it.
All right, well, I might be a little bit of a dick, kind of talking about this game in some aspects. So, to start it out, I'll talk about the good. I'll be a little generic and talk about the good first because I do want to get that out of the way because there was some good things about it that I really did like. And the first thing, without a shadow of a doubt, is the way the game looks, like the art style. Art style to me is really glossy, really nice, not something I really see often.
Yep.
You know, so like I thought art style wise, even with them having the whole stealing art thing going on, their transition from that was really nice.
Yeah.
So they did that well, especially after all the crap that they put themselves through, because let's not act like it was an accident. They did that to themselves.
No, that was entirely
that was pretty malicious. like in my opinion, that was malicious as hell. But another good thing I liked about the game was the way the guns felt in action. But to me, and I feel like a bunch of other people probably have said this as well, that's a given because it is Bungie, and that's kind of all that they've ever done.
Yep.
Like of popular games, that's all that they've ever got credit for, with Halo, with Destiny, and now with this game, is the gunplay. Just it's their shtick, it's their thing. Now to the bad. All right, and I'm actually gonna just go on ahead and just shove the bad and the ugly together because fuck it. Because some of the bad things turned out to be ugly. And one of the things that are a little bit lighter, before I get on the heavy stuff that pissed me off, the lighter thing was like ammo. Oh, yeah. Ammo to me was a little annoying because it felt like it didn't take much to knock me down, but to knock down some of these robots, you use a lot of ammo to kill the robots, not the people. Not the PvE people. PvE people, I feel like the TTK and everything on that is just fine.
Yes, I agree.
But as for going against the robots, it sucks, man. And I understand they're supposed to be hard. That's fine. But like, if they're going to be kind of tough, you got to give me a little ammo. Or, like, here's what I suggested to Bill yesterday. Give me something that has the same similar strength of like the energy pistol off of Halo. Something that's going to hurt them, but probably take me longer to kill them because I ran out of normal ammo.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to have like a third fallback gun that is just pew pew instead of boom boom. I'm fine with that. But to have no ammo and have like 6 fucking enemies around you and just be like, well, I guess I'm just gonna die. like that sucks. That's a shitty feeling in that game. Oh, and then to go back on the one thing that is kind of cool, I do like the scooting extraction that you can do when you're down. That was kind of cool.
Yep.
I did like that. But then to go back to the shitty. Let's go right back to the shitty. The next thing that I absolutely despised was the heat buildup. The heat
Oh,
build
stamina.
up
Yeah.
for your stamina. And I know before anybody hops on and says there's stamina in Arc Raiders or whatnot, you get burned extra hard by the stamina, I feel like, in this game. Let's say you're running away, tough battle. If you have if you fall from a little too high, that kills your entire stamina to be able to run away. You might as well just lay down.
Yep.
Because your entire heat bar goes full and you have to wait like 3 to 5 seconds to even move it, because you have to wait for the heat bar to go all the way back down for you to start to be able to use it again. And if you're running, don't slide if you have half of a heat bar left. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it, because then you'll have to do the same thing where you're just standing there and or just slowly walking and waiting for it to charge up. To me, I thought it was so weird when this game came out that they called the people runners, right? But you can't run half the damn time. Half the damn time you got to just mosey and walk around, which is fine. But to me, then that just makes the game slower.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm moseying around more than I am like on a hunt for something. Speaking of being on the hunt for something, the missions feel pointless as fuck.
They also confuse the fuck out of me, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I'm sure that they add up to something. You might get something cool. But I just at no point in the like 5 or 6 games that we played in totality through the last couple days did I say, let's go do the mission. We would always just forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time we forget about it because we're either looking for ammo, looking for something to do, which that game is pretty fucking barren. I mean, the enemy, like I said, the PvE enemies are kind of tough, but you got to go find them. They're not just hanging out around, easy to find, easy to disrupt. Like Arc Raiders, you let off a half a clip, and someone's gonna come find you.
Oh yeah.
In this game, it's like I don't know. Somebody might come, but there's a good chance that we could just stand here for 20 minutes.
Yeah, nothing could happen
at all.
Yeah.
So like those are some of my big gripes with the game. I feel like there was another one. I mean, I kind of alluded to it a little bit, how it's stale out there, not a whole lot to do. The missions, I guess I said that already. The movement, I already talked about that. Oh, the fucking menus.
Oh yeah.
Goodness gracious. Just vomit on my TV while you're at it. That's what it looks like. It's just like, and then some of the buttons, like when you go into the inventory of something and then you try to acquire it, you got to hit A. If you hit X, you'll drop it. And then you go out of the inventory, realize you dropped everything. And guess what button you use to pick it up? X. The same button you use to drop it in the inventory, which makes no sense to me. And is so awkward. Like there's been a few times Matt had to catch me where I had thought I picked something up because I was inside the inventory, but I dropped it. And then I go to run away, and Matt's like, "Hey, aren't you gonna pick this up?" And I was like, "Didn't I pick it up?" He's like, "No, you just dropped it." So I mean, obviously, some of that's just button memory. That's not a big deal to me. That's not like the worst thing ever. But also, when you're picking up random gear out of a random base or a random locker or box or whatever, I have no idea if what I'm picking up is even good or cool or what I'm attaching it to or what it may go to in the future. I feel like I'm just I feel like I'm just going into a drawer, just shoving my hand in there and just grabbing shit and just shoving it down in my pocket. And then I extract and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this, but I don't have any more inventory space now.
Yeah, they don't do a very good job. The menu's something they got to work on. They don't do a very good job of letting you know, or maybe they. Here's the thing: maybe they do, and you don't know where to look for it. And again, that leads to them being like, you're not doing a very good job. That's under you're not doing a very good job at explaining what I need to do. Why do I need to pick up? I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example of something off of there. But like, why do I need to pick up what I would otherwise deem junk, but has some sort of like rare color to it? Why am I picking it up?
And see Fuzzy Tomato in the chat right here. He said, sounds like a skill issue. And you know what? It is.
But also, it's a UI issue
Well,
because
I wasn't even. I mean, you're not wrong when you said that, but like what I was alluding to is he says it sounds like a skill issue. This test is supposed to get me into the game, not really make it more convoluted for me, right? Like, so, like, I feel like the point of a level like Bungie coming out with a game versus somebody like, I don't know, like Don't Nod or Annapurna or something like that is their ability, or should be ability, to try to get as many people as they can into a genre. Now I understand a lot of us say, you know, when you make something for everybody, you're making it for no one, but we know why you're making this game. You're making this game to get money from everybody. So, I'm sorry, but you're not only going to have something special and stand out about you, but you're also going to have a decent onboarding that makes people be like, I got it. It's simple. I could do this all day. And I found myself extracting and being like, I don't know what I just got. And it's like, you know, when you go and you play Borderlands and you open up a chest and you're immediately just like, fuck yeah, I got this gun.
yeah,
Or you're playing Call of Duty and you get that specific kill and it unlocks this specific scope. And you're like, finally, I've been playing for, 2 months trying to get this gold and piece to the gun or this freaking, attachment for my shotgun or whatever. You know what you're playing for. In Marathon, I'm just like, I don't even know what the fuck I just picked up. I don't know if this is an attachment for a gun or part of a upgrade for my skills. Like what is, and I think the root of it is I just don't care enough, I guess. And these are all my personal gripes. I'm not telling everybody else to harbor my gripes for the game, but this is just why I'm not spending $40 on that game. I mean, like I told you guys last week, I thought Arc Raiders was pretty good game. I didn't even buy that because I'm not into that genre exactly. But as you see, obviously I'm trying to be if I'm playing these games. I hopped on Marathon. I hopped on Arc Raiders. I tried them. They had the ability to get me and pull me in. The closest one to do it was Arc Raiders. But Marathon, I don't see the long term the long term allure from somebody that isn't already into extraction games.
so I'll say for myself, when because we're in the beta for Marathon right now. We're in this public beta. I
Tomorrow's the
feel
last
like
day.
yes, exactly. I'm not gonna lie. I feel the exact same way about this beta that I felt about Arc Raiders beta before. It's server slam. They call it the exact same thing. It's server slam. I played it and I was like, that's cool. I don't know if I want to spend $40 on that. And then I spent $40 on it and I got a lot more determined to be like, okay, I spent $40 on this shit. I'm gonna figure out what the fuck's going on here. And once I figured it out, I was like, okay, this is actually pretty damn good. I feel the same way about this game. The question is, am I going to spend that $40? And the answer to that is probably not. Because, like, if
Here's
none
the
of my
real
friends.
question, Matt.
What's
Are
that?
you? Would you play this by yourself?
No, but I wouldn't play Arc Raiders by myself either. I haven't played Arc Raiders since. Well, no, I take that back. Me and Bill played it. But, like, outside of that, like, couple times, I've played it since me, you, and Bill all played that. And that was what? 2 months ago?
Yeah, man.
It's these are the kind of games I will not play by myself, and that's the thing. Like that's what I was getting at is if none of my friends are going to buy this game, like I made that deal with Mike. If Mike buys this game, I'll get the game. But if none of my friends are
Mike
buying
ain't
this
getting this
game,
game.
that's what I'm saying. So if Mike's not getting it, Bill ain't getting it. You're not getting it. Vinny's probably not getting it. It's like, well, why am I gonna be the first one to get it? Why am I gonna drop $40 to not play it with any of my friends? It doesn't make any sense. So I'll just wait. If when it goes on sale, it's half off or whatever, then maybe I'll buy it. But like, I'm not in a rush. I'm really not in a rush.
All right. Well, I mean, you kind of answered that for me. I'm not buying it. And if you guys couldn't tell, I feel like that's pretty obvious. But I mean, in taking my opinion with a grain of salt, because I'm not a extraction shooter guy. There's tons of people on YouTube that talk about extraction shooters and they live it. I'm not one of those people that live it. What I can tell you is from the outside perspective, I don't feel like this is a game that will get people that are not extraction shooter players into it. If they want
Yeah.
this to be a niche game, they nailed it.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get to talking about something kind of fun, but kind of frustrating as well because we got a few different angles to hit from this. But earlier last week, or I guess it is technically last week because today's Sunday, Jez did an interview with the new CEO of Xbox, Asha Sharma. And he asked her, he asked her plenty of questions about it. But you know what? Before I even get into the nasty stuff, let's get into the article first and talk about what was being said about it. So let me go on ahead and share the article. And I will do my best to zoom that in so we could all see it. All right, that should be better. Dismiss. All right, it just says right here, executive or exclusive, excuse me. Talking to new Xbox CEO Asha Sharma and CCO Matt Booty. This team has brought it back before, and I'm here to help us do it again. This was written, like I said earlier, by Jez Corden, and it says, as former Xbox CEO Phil Spencer prepares to exit, we caught up with incoming CEO Asha Sharma and newly promoted CCO Matt Booty to learn about what new or what the future holds for Microsoft gaming operation. It says, as of February 23rd, 2026, Xbox has a new CEO. Asha Sharma is taking over from Phil Spencer, who is set to fully retire from the business this October. Spencer has been instrumental in turning Xbox from a Microsoft oddity to a pillar subsidiary, bigger in some quarters than Windows itself, but times have changed. Xbox is facing some of its biggest challenges yet, as disruption from non-gaming entities threaten playtime hours and evolving user behavior, and sentiment bottlenecks interest in traditional video game play. Sharma's task will be figuring out how to guide Xbox through its next era as conversations around artificial intelligence dominate the discourse, and Xbox's place in this strange new world is continually questioned. I briefly caught up with both CEO Asha Sharma and the newly promoted chief content officer Matt Booty to discuss what Xbox's next decade looks like as we head through the division or the division's 25th year in operation. On the return of Xbox and a commitment to Xbox hardware. Y'all heard that now. Commitment to. So either they're telling the truth and we can hold them to it, or they're lying and we can hold them to it. But I mean, I feel like I don't know how many more times they have to say that they're coming out with new hardware. They even got a second CEO coming out saying we get a second one coming out saying, hey, yeah, still doing the hardware thing. So
Yep.
sounds like they're doing the hardware. Just my opinion. What up, Stang Ma? Good to see you. It's been a minute. But anyways, it says in her opening letter, Asha Sharma said she wanted to bring about a return to Xbox. I asked exactly what that means, since it effectively implies that Xbox has begun to stray away from what Xbox is. Sharma volunteered an emphasis on Xbox's core, and specifically its beleaguered. Is that right?
Beleaguered. Yeah.
Yeah. Beleaguered console platform, which has seen a few fiscals of near constant decline. For me, and this is what she said. She says, for me, the spirit of return to Xbox is about returning to the spirit that the team was founded on. Sharma explains, it's the spirit of surprise. It's the spirit of building something nobody else was willing to try. I've heard renegade, rebellion, and fun used. That's what I was thinking about when I wrote that. Sharma acknowledged the investment Xbox fans and customers have poured into the ecosystem over the years, and seemed genuinely keen to emphasize her commitment to console hardware. She continues to say right here, I think that our core Xbox fans and players have invested up to 25 years of themselves in these universes and our console. I want to make sure everybody knows I'm committed to Xbox, starting with the console. That's come on now. Come on, y'all. I mean every day still. I mean, today, scroll on Twitter. Xbox is cooked. They ain't coming out with no new hardware. I mean, I don't know what else to say. The CEO literally just said, I mean, come on now, y'all. CEO just literally said, I think our core Xbox fans and players have invested up to 25 years of themselves in these universes and our console. I want to make sure everybody knows I'm committed to Xbox, starting with the console. Am I muted, Matt?
No, you're good. You're good. It's clear.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dang clear.
Sounds like it.
All right, continuing. It says we're going to keep meeting players where they are. So, full stop again. for those of you that said Xbox is going to start just exclusiving your games, and keep in mind, I'm still seeing this today from people posting. They should go exclusive. They should go exclusive. Bro, that's not happening.
No, that ain't gonna
They are
happen, bud.
not trying to do that. They like money, not being cool. It is what it is. That's just their MO. So they just said right here, we're gonna keep meeting players where they are. That means if you're on PlayStation, PC, Xbox, and Nintendo, they're gonna keep meeting you there.
Yep, exactly.
Now, what I think could happen is there could be some timed exclusives.
Yeah,
I mean, technically, Forza 6 is.
that's true. 4 6 is.
That's not coming to PlayStation as soon as it drops. Fable is.
No, Fable's day one.
Fable's day one on PlayStation,
Fable's day one on PlayStation,
but
which
Forza
is,
does not.
but Forza is not.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, they could still do that.
Yes,
And that could still be interesting
it
for
could
some
be. Yeah.
people. But continuing on, it says the worlds continue to evolve and change. We're going to make sure Xbox is in a great place for developers and players. We want to invest in reducing the artificial divide between different types of devices that they want to use with us. I think that it's going to mean a lot more investment in breaking down the barriers in helping developers build wants, and it shows up across different hardware experiences. That's gonna be hard. Good luck with that one.
That will be tough.
The great way to start it is to essentially make an Xbox a PC.
That is the starting point.
And just
That's
make it's like lowest common denominator, kind of like what the Steam Deck is for Steam, right? It's like the lowest common denominator. You're getting low settings that they wouldn't give you in the game on your Steam Deck.
yes.
So totally possible. Shout out to Bill. He's back. Good to see you, brother.
It's
Go
I was
ahead,
saying
brother.
it's entirely possible if you're doing that. I think the biggest hurdle is not even like that's easy for them. Literally, just make the next console a PC. That's like the easy part. I think the tough part is getting everybody developer wise, because all your first party, that's all good. You don't gotta worry about that. But all like third party, we like it was a massive surprise when Crimson Desert was Play Anywhere. It is a massive surprise. I mean, I think I don't know. We haven't talked much about it, but I'm assuming you, just like me, don't expect there to be any sort of Play Anywhere whenever GTA comes to PC.
No.
Exactly.
That would cost that would cost Microsoft so much money.
It would cost a lot of money, but if these are your goals, that's money you gotta be cool to spend.
Now I could see them. I could see Rockstar making it play anywhere after it's hit. We're kind of done selling like a lot. Right now, what can we do to
Yeah.
get people interested in getting it again? Instead of putting it on a sale, maybe they just turn it into Play Anywhere at that point, maybe like 3 to 5 years down the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
But within the first 5 years, you can forget that's not happening.
It's not.
It's
not.
And even for it to happen 5 years later would be amazing, but I doubt it.
Exactly. I mean, what's like pick another game that's coming out this year, because like outside of first party, obviously, like Crimson Desert's one that is Play Anywhere, and then GTA is scheduled. That's obviously not, because it's not even launched on PC. So that's already a problem right
You
there.
got Wolverine. That's only.
Only two.
Are we just talking about games, or are we just talking about Xbox games?
I'm talking about games that are launching on Xbox and PC. Because there's a decent, like, Blood of the Dawnwalkers set to release this year. That's play anyway.
That's crazy.
You can play it anywhere, but it's like, how many games are you going to do that for? Because the answer should be all of them.
And just
All of
in
them.
case y'all don't know, the Blood of the Dawnwalker game is the game that's made by previous CD Projekt Red devs that worked on The Witcher, and it's not going to be like High Guards, people.
No,
This is a single player experience that's going to be very similar to like Witcher in the sense of like ambiance, but like it's very like vampire, very graphic. It looks like a type of game,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It looks like it's going to be very graphic.
Looks
It
crazy.
kind of gave me Thief vibes a little bit when I was looking
I
at
could
it.
see that. It's like Thief meets Witcher.
There you go. Yeah, so that's kind of the way I thought about it. But shout out to Blind Giant in the chat. He says they should drop multiplayer co-op games on all platform, and single player games should be timed exclusive. And I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that would be the easiest quick fix for Asha Sharma right there. Instead of just, yo, we'll still deliver the games everywhere, yo, but just like PlayStation does to us, I'm sorry, it's going to be a year for y'all. They're doing it to us for anything third party that they grab. So why not do that right back, right? But as for PC and console itself, and maybe even Steam, I don't know if they want to treat Steam the same way. I know if they did treat Steam the same way, they would catch some backlash.
Oh, that, yeah.
Just like Epic.
I think you can do that to PlayStation. You can't do that to Steam. Because that's exactly how you, like, you'll get people, because there's so many different platforms on Steam, on Steam, on PC. Like, but and they're free to use. All of them are free to use. Anybody can use Epic. Anybody can download Epic. Like, people download Epic to see what the free games are on Epic and then go buy them. Like, on Steam. Like, if your shit is not on Steam, like, there was that whole thing about PlayStation, like, we're gonna start our own launcher separate from Steam. It's like, fucking okay. Like, I take a look at what Xbox is doing. Yeah, they got their own launcher separate from Steam, but let's be real, most people are using Steam. That is what it is. And if you're not gonna put your game on Steam, it ain't gonna sell properly. And Steam's way more important. Spoiler: Steam's way more important than PlayStation. Way more important than PlayStation. In terms of making money for Microsoft, they are way more important.
But let's be honest, the only person that could do that to Steam is Microsoft.
Sure, but I mean, I don't disagree with that. But do they want to? Would that even be that's not worth it?
I don't know, man. It might be, even with the backlash. Because if they have an onslaught of games that just keep coming there, I don't know, man, because that's the one thing Epic doesn't have. They don't have an onslaught. They don't even produce their own games anymore.
I just, like, a perfect example. We were just talking about GTA. If GTA comes to PC and they're like, it's exclusive to Epic, people will straight up not play it. Some people will obviously cave and buy it, but a lot of people,
I think a lot of people would cave if
Sure.
they said GTA is coming out day and date with the consoles, but you have to get it on the Xbox store or on the Epic store or something like that. One of those two stores are seeing record numbers.
Sure. Well, absolutely. But I'm saying those record numbers compared to what they normally do, it's nothing. It's not really any, like, but most people on PC are like, I mean, we have Loke on the show. Loke's like, I'm not even gonna buy GTA until it comes to PC. There's a lot of people who are like, if that shit don't come to Steam, I just won't play it. I just straight up won't play that shit.
I don't know, man. There's also a lot of people that say that it will completely about face when the time
Sure,
comes.
sure, but
It-
I'm
and I think, and in my personal opinion, it's not that. It's not like I'm just saying. Somebody's got to try.
somebody's got to try.
Somebody's. I mean, are you just gonna lay down and just be like, "All right, you guys win," and just never try? I mean, even Epic tried, even though they had no business trying in the situation that they're in.
Sure,
I
but
just,
all
I could, I'm not saying that they absolutely should. I'm just saying, like, if anybody were to do it, I could see them doing it, and if any publisher had the ability to do it and also continue to produce games, they would be the ones to be able to do it because they're just that big.
I agree with that. I just don't think I don't think there's a reason for them to try because they're making a ton of money off of Steam.
Yes, and that is their issue.
Is but that's what I'm saying. Is that an issue to them? Like they're making
Yes, it is
because
an issue to them because they want people on their ecosystem.
yeah, but
It is an
people
it is an issue with, especially with what we just read just a moment ago, trying to ensure people that Xbox is a place to play. All you would be ensuring them is that you're a good publisher if you're just only gonna expect them to get it on Steam.
but people are already in their ecosystem. Like here's the thing, because we can do the whole thing like the consoles aren't selling, which is true, but also like there's numbers to support that people are in their ecosystem at record numbers. That is like people are logging into Xbox accounts at record numbers. So like they've already got that. Is it worth like is it
You're
worth
saying, is it
ups
worth the damage?
is it worth the damage of like upsetting a stupid amount of ridiculously stubborn people? Because let's be honest, PC gamers are ridiculously stubborn.
Well, they're by far the most stubborn and
Exactly.
the hardest to provide for.
Exactly. So is it worth like you're making your money off of Steam? The only way that I feel like that happens is if Microsoft senses for some reason that Steam is on the out, which is like I don't see a scenario unless Gabe retires and whoever comes in after completely fucks up. I don't see a scenario where Steam is on the out. And if that happens, then yeah, by all means, fucking cut your cut your fucking losses and run, get away from it. But like until that point, I don't think they have much of a reason to be like, yo, let's lock it down to just us on PC. Or just us in Epic or just us in GOG or whatever. Anything.
Yeah, no, I 100% see what you're saying. I If that were to happen, it would be a bloodbath.
Yes,
It would
absolutely.
it would be rough, but by all means, it would be very interesting. And and in my opinion, it'd be kind of cool to see.
It'd be very interesting for me. That'd
I
be
think it'd be kind of cool to see only because what Ray Chi just said. Xbox, he thinks Xbox lost their backbone. Well, to put something out and say, hey, you can only get it up in this motherfucker for the first year, that's showing some backbone.
I mean, you're not wrong. That is showing some
Now,
backbone.
I ain't saying that you don't have, multiple sclerosis now or something like that. Like you might be in trouble.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You got some backbone, but your shit's gonna get caved in,
Right.
dude.
You might have some bone spurs going on down there. You might,
Right.
that L or whatever that L4 spot or whatever on that back, whatever that
Exactly.
is. That
3,
spine
4,
might be
5.
cooking. But but what I am saying is it would be interesting. I would love to cover something like that on this channel, just seeing how that would happen. And I don't know. I feel like as many people that would not like that, there'd be a good amount of people that would respect the shit out of that. and say, finally, Xbox, look at you trying to be selfish. Because that's not their stick. I mean, I remember in the 90s when we thought Microsoft was taking over Apple. And then you turn on an Apple computer and Microsoft Word was on it. And you're like, wait a second. That's not how this is supposed to go. So, like, it's weird. It always has been weird with Microsoft and their integration with other companies and stuff like that. But something like this, I think, would be mad interesting. Let's go on ahead and finish this guy up real quick. So let's continue from where I left off. So right here, I think that it's going to mean a lot more investment in breaking down the barriers in helping developers build wants and show up across different hardware experiences. For me, I believe Xbox starts with its fans, and we grow from there. Interested in what that means. It's clear PR talk, but it's interesting in what they mean by that. It says that's what I wanted to signal with the return of Xbox. Let's see. There's been a ton of speculation about what kind of moves Asha might make. Xbox notoriously ditched any form of exclusivity on its games, shifting units to PlayStation, paying little mind to criticisms that it reduces the need of actually buying an Xbox. Sharma told me that nothing is off the table when it comes to revising Xbox strategy, but finalizing the strategy will take time and data parsing on Xbox recent strategic decisions. Sharma said, "The plan's the plan until it's not the plan." And I'm gonna tell you that is scary across the board to hear that. It's scary across the board to hear that because the plan's the plan until it's not the plan could mean that for hardware as well.
Yeah.
It could mean that for one thing we've all come to grow to love, that is Xbox Game Pass. They're already talking about rumors of the next Call of Duty just not being on there. Which honestly, I kind of don't blame them.
I don't blame them at all. And if I'll tell you what, if that brings the price down, please. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Go ahead and do it.
Well, the price ain't coming down, man. I can tell you that. Right?
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying in a world where the price comes down because they take Call of Duty out of Game Pass, by all fucking means, go ahead and do it. I don't care.
I would be happy if they removed that and added more values in other ways, right? Here's one that you might not use, but I know a lot of people would love. WoW subscriptions.
I'd probably try to get into WoW.
I'd play WoW if I could just turn on my Xbox or just have my subscription and just be able to play it.
I'd play WoW. I'd totally do that.
They're constantly coming out with new content. You can grind and make yourself kind of worth money in that game. Like, there's so much to do in that game. I'd love to play it, but one thing I'm not going to do is pay Xbox twice a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. If you're paying for Game Pass and then you decide, oh, I want to play WoW, well, not only are you neglecting the games that you are paying for by having Game Pass, but you're also paying for a subscription that never stops in WoW. You don't buy that game once. You buy it forever. You buy it over and over and over and over.
Yep.
So, and it's I believe it's like $10 or $15 a month for the WoW subscription and $100 a year.
I'll find out right now. The WoW subscription on BattleNet, it's $12.99 a month, and that's a special offer. That's $12.99 a month special offer for 12 months. 1 month is $15.
So it is $15. Yep.
Yes, 1 month is $15. 3 months is $13.99 a month. 6 months is $12.99 a month, and 12 months is also $12.99 a month, which is not much of an incentive. But okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit twice. That's crazy.
No, not at all.
And shout out to the 24 people out here watching all on YouTube. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, please. We are going to continue. Asha then said, after talking about the plan is the plan until it's not the plan, right now I need to learn candidly about why these decisions, what we were optimizing for, and what the data says about the Xbox strategy today. That's the honest answer. I'm looking at lifetime value, not just what happens, what happened in the previous moment, in the previous moment, or in a short term efficiencies and things like that. The plan is the plan until it's not the plan. Asha, or excuse me, Sharma described how her and Matt Booty are currently going on a whirlwind learning tour of all of Xbox games teams with studio and org visits penned in for Minecraft, Bethesda, Activision, and more. Matt Booty cautioned that players shouldn't expect drastic changes in the near term, though, while emphasizing that the team plans to re-examine and question everything, which again sounds terrifying. Oh my god, dang it. I was supposed to invite Big Plume to the show, but everything fucking happened earlier today with Loke. I completely forgot to send him an invite. That's all right. Next Sunday, I'll just send you an invite here right when the show's over, and you can just have that ready for next week because it's the same link pretty much every time. But anyways, yeah, so they're gonna be taking a visit to all these different studios. Matt Booty cautioned, that players shouldn't expect any drastic changes in the near future, but to question that they're going to be questioning everything. Here's what they had to say. They said Xbox players have thousands of dollars invested in money and time too. It's incredibly important for me to understand that and protect it. Sharma said, I am committed to return of Xbox, and that starts. Okay, we already read all this crap. Why am I rereading this? I didn't go up. It says, you'll hear more about this soon. We'll have some announcements coming up. You'll see us collectively investing here. We also know that there are a lot of players who aren't on console or our hardware, and I want to deliver great games to them too. So that nixes the whole exclusivity thing. Like I said, could be timed exclusive, but I ain't gonna be completely exclusive for not a goddamn thing here. Let's see. I need to learn more about what that can look like, what decisions were made, and what we're doing going forward. And I want a little bit of time and space to do that, which is fair. But I'm about to pull up something that I think is very interesting. That kind of annoyed the hell out of me. I just need to find it real quick. It won't take very long because yep, found it. Found it. All right. So, anyways, as I was saying, and you'll have to let me know if you can hear it, Matt, and if you can't, tell me right away. But I'm gonna share this clip, and I want your take right after the clip, Matt, and then we'll get into it. Okay?
Yeah.
So, just for a little bit of context, Kind of Funny has been around for a hot minute. I think a lot of us that are here know that already. We're probably either subscribed there or seen them before. Greg Miller is the guy that runs the show over there. We got Snowbike Mike, which I actually had the chance to interview on this channel. Real chill dude. I don't mind Snowbike Mike at all. He's a little goofy sometimes, but he's fun. And even in person, he's very lively and just like,
Yeah.
he's there. He is there. And it was really fun meeting him when I met him at PAX last year. I've never got the chance to meet Blessings, and I can tell you after this take, I don't really know if I care to. But anyways, let me know if you can hear it, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Wait some time.
Yeah.
Here's my beef, right?
Tell me.
You know, you had gamesindustry.biz, you have Bloomberg, Jason Schreier, you got the game business, Christopher Dring.
Yes.
You got you have IGN. You have a list of people that you can go to have that first big interview, big conversation, lay out like, all right, where are we at with Xbox? I don't know. I feel like the place that you went isn't the place that you go if you're trying to have like a good interview. If you're trying to get something that is
Windows Central?
Snow White Mike. No.
Jazz?
Windows Central. It has Windows in the title of the website.
I mean, you can already tell Snowbike Mike is like, ah, damn it, here we go.
Right.
You can see it in his face. He's just like, oh.
He's like, no, come on.
Don't do a Blessing. Oh, good. Just look at like that's how he looks right there. Or actually, let me go back just a little bit more. That's how he looks right there.
Something that is
Windows
like
Central? Jazz?
Windows Central. It has Windows in the title of the website.
You just see how he rocked back and forth for a second. He was just like, let me just get comfortable again, man, because this is about to get uncomfortable. Let's continue.
Here's the deal.
I don't go to Jez for my fucking objective journalism about a big corporate shakeup at Xbox.
It's just a
don't piss me off.
Opening interview. There will be many more interviews in the next.
This is your first one.
6 months. It's just fine. There's nothing.
you just see Snowbike is like, bro, calm down.
Blessing is really worked up about it in this.
He
clip.
is so worked up, and you can just see like Mike looks like he's about to bust out laughing, but at the same time, he's just like, this is incredibly awkward. I don't know what else to do but to laugh right now. And I mean, I'm always in that position, right? Like, you know, when something's awkward and you're just like, I'm just gonna laugh because
it's just what feels right.
If I don't laugh, I might just yell. I don't know.
I might laugh. If I don't laugh, I might start crying or something. I don't know.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Let's go.
Piss me off.
Opening interview. There will be many more interviews in the next.
This is your first one.
6 months. It's just fine. There's nothing to be said.
We're gonna go to the person that's gonna make sure that they're okay with us saying nothing.
What do you want to do? Grill her on day one?
Ask questions that are good.
Again, Mike is just like, dude, what the fuck do you want? I can tell you exactly what Blessings wanted, though. He wanted somebody there, like a Jason Schreier, right?
Yeah.
That might, and he very well could have, but might ask an uncomfortable situation. Keep in mind, we talked about this earlier. You're submitting questions to a company like Microsoft before you do an interview like this.
Yep.
So, would it have been any better?
It's like those are Blessing wants the questions asked, but that just likely wouldn't be asked. Like, quite frankly, because you literally can't, or not because you literally can't, but because Microsoft will not allow you to. They have to approve those questions, and whether it's Jez asking them, or Jason Schreier, or Christopher Dring, or anybody that you want to pick, they have to go through the exact same process. I get. Well, I have thoughts, but like we should probably.
Yeah, you want to finish it up first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. There isn't very long. It's like 20 more seconds.
Have somebody that's going to follow up. Have somebody that's going to ask questions that matter. Have somebody that's not going to fucking serve you the most softballs of questions. Have somebody that's going to give an objective fucking stance.
I'll get on the line with the crew. We'll get a hold and we'll get an interview for you.
I'm crashing out, Mike.
Okay,
It's all pissing me off today. I'm crashing out.
Talk to you before we start the show.
Oh, 100%.
He was crashing out. I was kind of Because like I've watched Kind of Funny before, and Blessing like obviously has opinions and no problem with them whatsoever. But like I've never seen him quite like that. Maybe I just have missed stuff. I
I,
don't know.
I've never seen him care about Xbox because anytime somebody usually brings up Xbox to Blessing, he usually has to tell everybody that he's a PlayStation guy.
Yeah.
So to hear that he needed answers didn't quite click with me. It sounded like he wanted drama and he didn't get enough of it. So he's mad. But I'll go off on my tangent shortly. Matt, you have the floor.
So this is silly to me because I think it's easy for a lot of people to do what Blessing did right there, where it's like, oh, Windows Central doing a interview with the new CEO of Xbox. Obviously, obviously, it's going to be the easiest questions ever. They're not going to ask them what people really want to know. They're going to do everything they can to make them look good. Like I feel like it's so easy for anybody to make that assumption given Windows Central and new CEO of Xbox. However, as someone who listens and really enjoys the Xbox 2 podcast, there's not many that I'm aware of. There's not a whole ton of podcasts specifically about Xbox that are as critical towards Xbox when they fuck up than the Xbox 2 podcast. And that includes Jez Corden. And it doesn't just stop on that podcast. He's also quite critical if you have read anything on Windows Central pertaining to gaming from Jez.
Especially in the last like year or two.
Exactly. He's made it pretty clear how he feels about Xbox, what they're doing wrong and what they're doing right. And he's not very shy about sharing those opinions. And he does it on Windows Central. So like I get it. Windows Central and Xbox, you might think, oh, obvious bias. And I get that. But like, if you've read any of the articles at all, or just heard him talk about Xbox, specifically like Ham said, in the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, you know he's quite critical about Xbox. And he's a lot more critical than I would expect a lot of people in that position to be. So like I think it's kind of insane. Like just first of all, like I said, I listened to Kind of Funny and Blessing. He's kind of outspoken, which is fine. It's totally normal. Like whatever, it's not a big deal. But like just to be that up in arms about it is like, dude, have you looked at the website? Have you like actually gone through it at all and just checked out a gaming article? Go check out some news from when Xbox had some bad news and see if Jez Corden is there trying to make it all better. Because he's not. He isn't. So like, I don't know what you were expecting or what you wanted. I mean, I'd have to agree with Ham what he said. It sounds like you wanted some drama and you didn't get the drama that you quite wanted. So you just kind of threw a little bit of a fit, which is like I don't know, just a little weird, just weird. It's weird to see. It's kind of bizarre to see, honestly, because like I saw like you asked me if I had seen what happened, and I didn't, but I saw a post from Jez apparently about this, obviously in retrospect. But I was like, wonder what happened there, and then you showed me this. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like that was just so weird to watch.
Yeah. And to me, it's incredibly awkward. And for him to be in the position that he's in, and okay, Matt, this is my turn, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna be quite honest. Fuck Blessings for saying for talking like this, dude. Like, who does this in a professional setting in front of the world? You're just gonna forget where you work and completely shit on somebody that does something similar to what you do for money, for a living. So I'm not just thinking of this as like video game and platform wars and stuff like that. I'm thinking of this like this is this person's fucking livelihood. This is how they make money to pay rent. This is how they tune up or fix their resume for the rest of their life. And you're going live in front of thousands of people and saying, I don't know about this motherfucker.
Yeah.
This person is incredible for this situation. Like I said, this dude's just looking for drama because here's the facts. Jez covers a lot of Microsoft stuff and specifically Xbox. Heavy. They get a lot of traffic because of that. And people that are interested in Xbox want to hear from him.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, why is that a crazy place to have an interview? Man, should somebody from the music industry not be allowed to talk to Vibe magazine? Because they're part of the music, obviously that's a little bit more distant, but you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying. The people that are interested in Xbox got news about Xbox on an Xbox channel. Crazy.
It's like why, like his logic is like, why would you go to the Xbox? Why would you go to the place that I don't know, I guess covers Xbox? It's like, well, because they cover Xbox. Why would I go? Why would they go? I guess the better question is, why would they go? He mentioned gamesindustry.biz. Why would they go to gamesindustry.biz? They like, this is specifically an Xbox thing. Why would that be the first place they go? Or why would they go to IGN? Why would they go to like Windows Central covers specific, like when you go to their gaming, it doesn't mention PlayStation. It doesn't mention like, I don't know, Nintendo or some shit. It mentions Xbox, PC, and Xbox. That's what they cover. I don't know why you wouldn't go to them for your first interview, quite frankly.
Okay. Like I said, I just don't understand the logic behind how this is a bad idea. And like I said, even if they did go to Bloomberg, Forbes, IGN, Game Informer, whoever, you don't think Microsoft wouldn't have said okay and no to certain questions?
Yeah. Let's get that kind of funny interview.
And,
I want that kind of funny interview.
and then on top of that, another layer to that, yeah, she's gonna have the answers to everything. Second day on the job, she's gonna know it in and out. She's gonna be able to answer she's gonna be able to tell you which publisher or studio is in the hot seat on day 2. Like I said, I just don't understand his logic. It doesn't make any sense. Shout out to Infinite Umbra in the chat. Good to see you, brother. I want to go back to a couple of things that Yobi said in here, and I also want to touch upon some of what the chat has also said. So Yobi was saying he was damage control, and I feel like it wasn't a genuine apology. He's talking about the apology from Blessings to Jez. No, it wasn't. It wasn't genuine. Which I'll go to that here in just. As a matter of fact, fuck it. Fuck it. Let's go do it now.
What, did he make a post or did he apologize
Yes.
on the video? Oh shit. That's fun. That is very fun.
Oh, this is even better. Oh man, this is great.
What happened? He deleted it?
No, this is the apology. He's not even there.
Oh yeah, no. So this is what I saw, and I was like, wait, because apparently it was with Blessing. I'm like, why is Greg apologizing? Because Greg's apologizing here, right?
Because Greg is embarrassed for his channel. That's why he's apologizing.
Just like, dude, get Blessing to fucking apologize.
And I mean, look at Greg right here. You couldn't say I'm embarrassed any more than that look. Or maybe it's a pretend look. But I mean, he's pretending pretty goddamn well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's listen to it.
Like, I understand what that is too.
Yeah, of course.
And again, don't know Windows Central and Jez is
Xbox
reporting
Mike.
from this, but I understand what it's like to be.
We have someone going on the stage right now.
What up?
He's like, did I stutter? I hate it.
I stand by everything I said. No.
Do you want to sit on my seat and just
Yeah,
talk?
I'll sit on your seat.
Yeah, you're good.
Do you want to go in Mike's back room?
Oh,
I wanna
you
go
did
on
pop
Mike's
on.
back
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Bless.
I was gonna
Hey,
say,
Greg, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm stressed.
You were the main character of the internet for 24 hours.
Yeah, I know. I was like, after work, I went to my friend's place, and they were like, "Oh, how's your day?" And I was like, I don't check Twitter.
So I was gonna say, because I remember, if I remember right, he did this half-ass kind of, you know how when you want somebody to apologize, you usually just want them to apologize and just stop.
Yeah.
But he did one of those other apologies where you apologize and then you ramble off a bunch of stuff that says why I wasn't crazy, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Stutter? I hate it.
I stand by everything I said. No.
Do you want to sit on my seat and just
Yeah, I'll
talk?
sit on your seat.
Yeah, you're good.
Do you want to go in Mike's back room?
I do not want to go in Mike's back room now.
Hi, Bless.
Hey, Greg, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
That man looks like he's in a interview for his job right now. God damn.
I'm stressed.
You were the main character of the internet for 24 hours.
Yeah, I know. I was like, after work, I went to my friend's place, and they were like, "Oh, how's your day?" And I was like, I don't check Twitter. Twitter's going off on me. But yeah, it's been such an interesting one.
Did I misinterpret? Or I'm
No.
assuming you were listening. Okay.
Yeah, no, I listened in late because me and Barrett were handling something else. But for what I heard you talking about, I think you're 100% on point. As far as like, one of the things that you were just bringing up was the fact that we're talking about all these days of Xbox news.
Yeah.
I've been on KFGD for 7 days straight. And so I want to start off with, I stand by most of the points I made, at least from the heart of the Xbox part of it, the Microsoft part of it, and like the outlets they're choosing to talk to, as far as like your opening statement, right? Like, hey, we're going to Windows Central. The thing that I regret.
It started out pretty shit, didn't it?
Yeah, the apology shouldn't start with "I stand by what I said." Otherwise, like if that's the case, then don't apologize. Just don't even apologize. There's no point, because now you kind of just look stupid. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, it's something. It's something.
Today is I feel like maybe my frustrations, maybe whatever. I don't want to make a bunch of excuses for it, but I think I boiled over into like being an asshole a little bit to Jez Corden.
Sure.
Because I don't know Jez Corden personally. I've read his articles. I know his work. And I think there's a little bit.
No, he doesn't.
No, you don't. He doesn't.
He literally doesn't.
He wouldn't have had that opinion if he read his articles or knew his work. He would have never had that opinion.
The work that I've read of his versus like how Xbox is choosing outlets, all this stuff that I think just raised frustrations in me as far as how Xbox is operating with a new CEO. And like, I don't know, for me, it was more so frustration at Xbox, which boiled over into frustration for Jez, which honestly was unwarranted from my part. So I want to apologize for that part.
Sure.
But does that answer any?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I know you didn't have questions. Yeah.
No, that's what I thought was happening. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
He's just like, can I leave now, boss?
Right? Sorry, boss.
Can I leave now, boss?
I'm sorry, boss. Won't happen
Oh, I'm
again,
sorry,
boss. That won't
I
happen
didn't know I done stirred up such a hornet's nest in Sweden.
That part.
Sure.
Man, that's terrible.
But
God
does that answer
damn.
any?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
have any
I know you didn't have questions. Yeah.
No, then that's what I thought was
Yeah. We'll talk after this.
happening. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Oh well, Mike's gone. Mike's not
He'll be
doing it
back when you
anymore.
walk. I mean, I'm just gonna super chat it up. You can do it. Thank you, Bless though.
Yeah, of course.
That was awkward as fuck.
Also, the fact that Greg had to be like, "Thank you." Why is Greg saying thank you at the end of that? Why the fuck would I be? Why would I be thanking you for embarrassing my fucking company? Why am I thanking you for embarrassing my company? And then your apology for embarrassing my company is I meant what I said, but I probably was kind of a little bit of a dick about it. And then that's your apology, and then I'm gonna be like, thank you. What? What? That doesn't make any sense.
It hurt. That was tough right there.
It was very tough. It's confusing, quite honestly. But all right.
Yeah, all right. I think I had enough of all that. Like I said, Asha's got some stuff going on. We went through and read some of that stuff. It's interesting. Congrats to Jez for doing the damn interview, because just getting something like that is a massive accomplishment, especially in the specific time of getting a type of interview and like, with everything shifting and being different, new management and stuff like that. Like, to be the first person there, like, that's kind of historic, to be real.
It is.
So congratulations to him on that point. But let's go on ahead and move on to one of the last topics, that being, let's see if I can find it right here. Well, I'll just go ahead and say it's Crimson Desert. So Crimson Desert, something that we haven't really got to talk too much about. Oh, I didn't remember why I didn't have it pulled up on here, because I wanted to show something that was kind of old school for Crimson Desert. I don't think a lot of us may remember this with Crimson Desert, but this was how the game looked before we've been seeing it as of lately. So we have all these new updates with it. We're constantly seeing how cool it looks now. You know what I mean, Matt?
Yeah.
But a couple years ago, let me see when I made this post. I made this specific post in, where is the date? December 5th of 2024. So like I've been telling people, I've been excited about this game. I'm not new to what Crimson Desert is. There's a lot of people that are just figuring it out, and they're like, oh my God, is this game even real? It looks fake, yada, yada. No, I've seen it for a hot minute, and I've been very excited about it. But I want y'all to check out this trailer the best that you can, obviously, because I know it's a little stuttery on the stream and whatnot. And then I will go to what it looks like now. Because, I mean, you could look at this picture right here in the background and just be like, okay, that looks a little different.
That's different, yeah.
Go on ahead and minimize us for a moment just so we can get through the trailer and enjoy it.
The crow from the Reventine Monastery.
I still feel your lingering breath as silence fills the dark. Draven, my precious crow. May you find eternal rest in the dark of your heart. And you, Greymane, shall wither away and rot in the earth's cold embrace. Your soul will never find
hard time finding any peace as it is. Have at it, witch!
When Umbra casts absolute darkness upon this land, the corpses of those foolish witches from Tarek will pile into a mountain. I shall stand atop that mountain and witness the arrival of true paradise. Yet, I wished for my son Draven to be by my side.
If you long to see your son
So be it. Let us see how long you can jest. I will twist your neck until that insolent mouth of yours is silenced. So that not even a whimper of pain escapes your lips. Then, I'll turn you inside out and grant you the agony of your limbs being torn apart for an eternity. In the end, your shredded soul will be part of fighting with.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
I think we get the point.
Yeah.
That looks a lot different. You see, like the foliage in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the character looks fairly similar, but just some of the stuff that's going down in that game does not look. And I'll. Oh man, it looks a lot different.
It does. That looks like a dark fantasy game.
So now we're looking like this.
Yep. Which is much more my vibe.
Which is insane of a jump.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, keep in mind there's different biomes, so maybe that biome that we seen just a moment ago was more of a desert area or something like that. But I felt like we seen some foliage in the background and stuff like that. That could maybe argue that and say maybe there just wasn't as many assets in it or something like that. But like an example that I wanted to point out that I thought was just insane. It was intense. Is this guy right here. Just the whole part, yeah, where Digital Foundry was talking about it with them walking in the rain.
Oh, yeah, shit looks good.
Bro, this could be up there with, I mean, this might be Expedition 33 of 2026. The only problem is GTA's there. I really don't think Wolverine's a problem.
I don't see. The thing is, I agree with that, but also I don't think that GTA is going to be there. I know I get like we have the date and everything.
Here you go again. All right.
I'm just saying.
Right, does anybody agree with Matt in the chat that they think GTA 6 is going to be yet again delayed?
I mean, I know Bill does. I know for a fact Bill thinks that. But dude, that game, I just don't have a reason to think it wouldn't be delayed. Like other than like, oh, that we have the date, but it's like we had the date last time, and it's like it still got delayed. I just think like, I don't know. I think GTA. I hope it doesn't get delayed. I hope it doesn't, but I'm not sold on the fact that That is 100% locked in. Even though at their conference call they said it's locked in. They said the same shit last time. It's locked in, and then they delayed it. I'm like, I don't know that I believe you guys right now.
Ray Chi said Matt's gonna try running GTA and Crimson Desert on the Series S. You goddamn right.
You're fucking absolutely right. I'm gonna do that.
He's
You
gonna
better
do a
believe
video
it.
on it too. So be out and be ready on it. I'm sure he is.
4K 120 on the Series S.
Yeah,
Bud.
124K. Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
why not bump it up to 240 while we're at it?
I mean, I might if they're
8K.
generous enough to put a toggle in the game. I
Yeah,
will.
I mean, they just need to optimize it good, right?
I think if the devs do their job properly, it won't be a problem. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I will make a video. I will absolutely make a video on that.
If there was a tile button to where you could enable 8K on the Series S, that thing would combust.
It would honestly it would fully overheat. It would just stop working. It'd probably cook it. It'd cook itself. You'd probably be able to cook food on it. Honestly, you could like fry some eggs on top of it. Probably.
Hey man, I
If you try doing
might make some bacon.
that, you might be able to
Get that grease popping. But anyways, dang, I forgot where I was. I was supposed to be reading some stuff on the chat, and then I got completely sidetracked with Crimson Desert, which I mean is pretty easy to do. The game looks amazing. Shout out to Infinite Umbra. He says, I'm getting Witcher 3 vibes in the best way.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could totally here's what's interesting about this game, and I want you to tell me how you feel about it. So this game comes out, and I'm sure that you've heard that it's not going to be level based, and there's no difficulty in the game.
Yep.
Does that make you nervous at all, or does that further excite you hearing those two things in particular?
So it doesn't. It definitely don't make me nervous. I don't know that it excites me more because I'm already pretty fucking excited for this game. But like, it definitely
Turn
doesn't
down
make
for
me.
what?
Yeah, it doesn't make me nervous at all because it's like, here's the thing. They've already said like this is not a Souls game. Like if people were expecting that, this is not what that is. I've beat Elden Ring. It didn't have a difficulty toggle. If I can do that, I probably am not going to have an issue with this game that isn't a similar kind of game that isn't as difficult as that game. I'm probably not going to have much of a problem.
Okay. And then here's another question, and this one's brought to you by Ray Chi. He asks, and I'm going to answer this question as well, but I want to hear what you have to say first. Is Fable in danger?
Is Fable in danger?
Like, and I think he's saying in comparison of this game, is Fable going to be kind of left out to the side because this game's kind of in that kind of rich fantasy kind of area?
I mean, in terms of if we're talking up for game of the year, maybe it might be. I know. Like if that's what we're talking about, then yes, the answer is yes. But
So you think Fable's in trouble?
If we're talking about game of the year, like what's going to win game of the year? Because
okay, yeah. Let's take that out of the question right now because obviously I'm saying that about I'm gonna say that about Fable. I'll say that about Wolverine. The only game that has a chance, in my opinion, if this game flourishes like I think it should, is GTA. And I feel like GTA is in front of Crimson Desert, of course. But like it's just like that's to me, this is the next most ambitious game behind GTA, possibly.
Yeah. So if we're taking that out, then I mean, no, I don't like. I like if it's not about the game of the year, then no, I don't think Fable's in trouble. Fable's going to be absolutely just fine, especially because we mentioned it earlier. It's launching everywhere. I mean, minus Nintendo, obviously.
Fuzzy
It's
Tomato said Fable was never gonna win Keeley's show.
no, he like Fable. Like, he would not allow
Yeah,
Fable to
High
be
Guard
the
might win it before Fable does. Real shit.
dude. Yeah, if they pay him enough,
Yeah,
they
10
pay
cent
him.
coming in the back door.
If they pay him enough, he might give it to him. Honestly, because apparently that whatever. But like,
Yeah, the free is free.
yeah, no Fable will be fine. Because here's the thing: we have this problem. Like, I feel like every year, where there's way too many games being released. But like, this year's no different. Way too many games being released. Each one of them will find some audience. I know for me personally, like my most anticipated games this year. I mean, I guess gotta throw GTA there, but like outside of GTA, it's Crimson Desert and Fable. And if we get Clockwork Revolution, that's up there too, but that's not confirmed. So, um, like I'm hyped for both of those games. I could give a shit. I'm not even gonna really try to compare them, at least in too many ways, because like Fable's a bit goofier, it's lighter. Um it seems darker than older Fables, but still in comparison to Crimson Desert, it's goofier, it's lighter. I'm not gonna judge it the same way I would judge Crimson Desert or vice versa. So I think it'll be fine.
There's two things in the chat that I want to say I agree with.
Uh-huh.
First one is Bill. He said this is the worst year it could come out if they wanted awards. And I'm talking about like high caliber awards. Because in my opinion, if they come out with Gears E-Day, that's probably going to get in front of Fable.
I think
more
have
people are
we
looking forward to Gears. I'm sorry. I think so. Even though I'm looking forward to Fable more, I'm personally am, because I think I'll get more play time with Fable. I just because I know I'm gonna get through the story of Gears and then
yeah. I don't know that more people are looking forward to Gears, so
I think they are, man.
I
I
just
mean,
because
I could be wrong, but I don't
sure,
know.
and I could be wrong, but also like I just feel like Gears, as different as Gears E-Day seems compared to what we got with Gears 5 and Gears Hivebusters, there hasn't been. I mean, there's been a decent amount of time between Hivebusters and Gears E-Day, but there hasn't been a huge amount of time to miss Gears of War.
I feel you. There hasn't been 2 generations, right?
Exactly. There's not only been a massive amount of time to miss Fable, but there's also an entire generation of people who have never even heard of Fable, who only saw it for the first time with that last showing that they just did. And they're like, "What the fuck is this game?" Like if you could show someone the exact same age who sees Fable and is like, "What the hell is this?" You could show them Gears of War and they'll be like, "Oh, I remember Gears of War. I remember that." It's like it doesn't. It's not for me, and I'm really excited for both those games. I can't wait for Gears E-Day. But for me, it's not as exciting. Like Fable's more of an unknown. More things that could go wrong, but more of an unknown with, I believe, if it succeeds, a higher upside than Gears of War.
And here's a second piece of chat that I agreed with that recently got put out there. Fuzzy Tomato said, I think Fable and Crimson Desert are way different games.
Mhm.
I 100% agree with that.
Yes.
Fable has a lot of comedy induced into the game.
Yeah.
There's also, I feel like, I mean, I understand there's supposed to be like a reward system when it comes to like how the people look at you with Crimson Desert and stuff like that. But I feel like just the perception of the way you're supposed to make the people in the game feel are on 2 different planets.
Yes.
Where Fable could be like as simple as gaining some people's love and losing other people's love and having that be fun or funny and having it not matter as much compared to Crimson Desert, where I feel like that might be kind of the point, is to win them over.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong with that, but
Sure.
I just feel like just the tone alone makes it completely different. Like, there's going to be jokes on jokes. And I mean, hell, they even got a comedian in the game.
Yep.
For Fable. You might have a moment where you chuckle in Crimson Desert, but that's not their MO.
They're literally shooting Fable, or like creating Fable like it's a mockumentary, like with like cutaways to like interviews,
The Office style.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're literally doing that for Fable to inject comedy, to make it funny. And that I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Crimson Desert's not doing that. I'm just gonna assume they're not going for that vibe.
No, Crimson Desert is much more of a gritty kind of feeling, right? Like kind of I'm taking over the world and I fucking mean it, compared to Fable, where it feels like I'm gonna dress the world how I want to see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, two totally different things. 100% I agree with you right there with that fuzzy tomato. Bill says, here's a fun question for you guys in 2026. Which is still a bigger franchise, Halo or Gears? I'm saying Halo.
Because
ahead.
just off of the fact, like, I mean, it just factually is, but like, even minus that, just off of the fact that it's had more recent things. Whether you like the show or not, there was a Halo show. Whether you liked Infinite or not, which a lot let's be fucking clear about this. Everybody liked Halo Infinite when it launched. They didn't like what happened the following months after it launched, which is fair and completely valid. But everybody when that launched was fully on board. Like the most hype I've seen around a Halo launch since Halo 3. Everybody was on board for that shit. It's just they fumbled it. So like Halo definitely. But you know, I think give it a couple years. We got to see what the whole new management at 343 is doing. We got to see that. We got to see these. It sounds like they plan to do a trilogy of a remake of the trilogy. So we got to see how they nail that. We got to see what the new thing they're doing is, and then we got to compare that against Gears of War E-Day and whatever comes after. So I say give it a few years, but right now it's unquestionably Halo.
I'm gonna say Halo, not just because of just the recency, but also because of the barrier of entry. Gears of War, playing online in Gears of War for a lot of people is just not fun.
No, it's terrible.
It's just not fun.
It's horrible.
Where Halo has Infinite. I mean, it doesn't have a whole lot, like it doesn't have a crazy amount of players playing all the time, but it consistently always has players in there playing it, giving a damn. Gears of War fell off, came back, and wasn't that hot even when it came back. Multiplayer wise, it was hot for like a week.
Yep.
And then people were like, "Oh, it's kind of the same thing." I'm all set. and also keep in mind, there's still Halo tournaments going on.
That's true.
Like obviously, like the Halo
HCS.
Championship Series recently ended with the last one that they were going to do for Infinite, but people are still hosting tournaments for that now.
Yeah.
That you can go travel to, go do some. My wife is always talking to people, seeing them hop into games. She plays with some of them sometimes because she's actually really good at Halo at this point now, which you should. But she is pretty freaking good at Halo at this point. I mean, I set her up, didn't I? Jeez Louise.
Yeah. At 500 hertz 1080p Alienware
I tell
got
you
her
guys,
cooking.
if you guys heard my wife complain,
Got her cooking.
if y'all in the chat heard my wife complain, y'all might want to throw her out of a fucking window.
She's I fucking ruined Ham's night. I ruined Ham's night by sending him a 500 hertz 1080p monitor, and his wife was all about that shit. And I was like, no way. You can't get that.
Bro, when when I said, yo, this monitor can do 360 hertz, and she hit me with the that's all. I was like, yo.
I'm like, of course that's all.
Mike
What do you
started
mean?
yelling expletives. The whole party crashed out. Just hearing her say, only 360 hertz. Who says that shit?
That's over double the hertz on my monitor right now. That's over double of it. That's like way over double the hertz on my monitor right now. So.
Oh man, that had me embarrassed for a moment. She said only 360 hertz, like it wasn't shit.
She was like, I want 4K at like 300 no, at 360 hertz for like $300. I'm like, there's just no way. It simply isn't possible. You can't do that. It's like, I want that too, but it doesn't exist. Shit ain't real.
She said, how can I get 4K 360 at $300? She said, I'd deal with it. And I was like, no, what do you mean you'll deal with it?
It's like a lot of people would deal with it. It just doesn't exist. It ain't real. You can't find it. You have to make it. You have to actually make that yourself.
Oh man, that had me dying. Obviously, I'm still dying. Just thinking about that is just absolutely treacherous. But anyways, this is going to be our last subject because we need to get up out of here. I got work in the morning, and Matt wants to get some gaming, and I definitely want to play for at least an hour before I got to hit the sack. But the last thing I wanted to talk a little bit about, which unfortunately, Matt, you don't have any gameplay on you because you fucked up.
I sure did, but
You fucked up. You should
sure
have
did.
gameplay. That's crazy to me.
I'm gonna have to start recording tonight.
You better record tonight because we're gonna need it next week.
Tonight, I got it.
We're gonna need it next week. All right.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's totally fair.
All right. Cool. Well, I mean, just for the sake of just. Oh wait. You know what? I forget that it's always so glitchy on here and shit like that. Like, I don't know what I need to do to get it to run smoothly on here, but I'm just gonna put up something that will at least let y'all know what we talking about. Oh damn! Let me get the trailer up. Pow. Oh, don't do that to me. There we go. All right, we cooking. We're cooking. Oh, son of a bitch. I fucked it up. There we go. All right, bam. So Resident Evil Requiem. Matt.
Yo.
You've been playing a good amount of this game.
I have.
Can you please let me know how it's all going with old girl? Let's start out with her first.
Yeah.
Because
Sarah Morgan.
Because if you, yeah, I know, right? We so me and Matt have been calling her Sarah Morgan because she looks very much like Sarah, especially in the very beginning of the game where she's wearing the jacket, she got the pants, she looks exactly like Sarah Morgan, especially from behind.
Exactly.
But if you don't know, this game of Resident Evil, you're playing with two different characters. You got scary and you got insane. Right? can you go on ahead and just give me a breakdown of what you felt? Because keep in mind, y'all, I haven't played this game at all, so I'm not going to be giving you guys my thoughts on this. Matt's played it. I've been watching him play it quite a bit, and because he's been playing this game, I actually started playing a little bit of Silent Hill 2, which I'm going to be hopping on right after we get out of this podcast for a little bit before I got to go to bed. But Matt, you've been playing this game, and I want you to tell me right now, what are your thoughts personally with using her, with using Miss Morgan?
It is so those are the scariest parts in the game. As you would probably expect, because like you mentioned, there's two characters. One of them is this smaller woman who it's like she's not particularly a badass. She's not gonna just mow her way through zombies like
Bro, they gave her the worst. They gave her the worst melee.
oh yeah, it's terrible. It's just a shove. She just
They let
shoves
you
people.
know that she ain't shit.
Yeah, she just shoves people, and it's not really like that melee is only good for like shoving a zombie down and like being able to shoot it while it's not moving much.
Or
That's the only
shoving the zombie into the other zombies so they get all
yes,
like they all fall like fucking bowling pins.
and then just running or something. But like I said, the scariest moments in the game thus far, all with this chick. And to be expected. But like also the game defaults you to first person for this chick and third person for playing with Leon. I think that works really well. I haven't touched those settings at all. I'm playing it exactly how they had it set up. I think it makes more sense to play in first person as this chick because it is meant to be uh, the horror aspect of the game. So first person obviously is scarier than third person. Um, I think I don't know. I'm really enjoying. I think the only bad part I've had with this character wasn't really even the character. It was just I was stuck on a level for like a day. Like there was like a full day of like or a night, and then I played one night and then I played the next night just trying to figure out how to get out of this level. And once I got out of there, like that was like my only complaint is, and that was kind of me being stupid also. But like super fun, super scary, super tense. You see some wild shit with that character too, by the way. Um, and so far up to this point, she's got my favorite part of the story. I'm not saying like my favorite character, but my favorite thing that has happened in the story so far was with this character. So I gotta give props for that as well.
Okay, and so far, I mean, before you go with with the next person that we're going to talk about, um, what are your thoughts on kind of her movement and stuff like that?
Uh it's not here's the thing, it's not great the movement. Uh but also with the other character it's not you just like your sprinting on this game is not really sprinting. It's a light jog. And I get why they did it to make it more scary, but also, if we're being realistic, if you or me or anybody in this chat is in any of those situations, I'm not lightly jogging away from these things. I'm full on sprinting. I'll give myself a fucking heart attack if I need to. I'm not lightly jogging from zombies. Um that's just the way it is. But in this game, that is what you do, no matter who you're playing with. So that is my one complaint, and pertaining to the movement is like you could move a little bit faster if we're being honest. If with all that adrenaline, you could be fucking booking it. with all that adrenaline.
There's a few times where you're running away, and I was like, I feel like this motherfucker's gonna catch you.
Yeah, and you can hear them you can hear them gaining on you, especially the big motherfuckers. You can hear them gaining on you.
You're right.
And I'm just like, and I'll do the thing like I've said it multiple times because I've been playing this in the party. I'm like, I'm not even gonna turn around to look. I'm not even gonna turn around. I don't want to see it behind me, right behind me. I'm not gonna turn around. I'll just keep walking or running, quote unquote. I'll keep running. But
man, nothing cracks me up more, Matt, when watching you play than when you're walking or you open a door or you do something and then just a boom happens, and the first thing you see Matt do is pause. He's just like, hold up.
I need to get used to being this scared. Let me pause the game real quick. I gotta get used to it.
Just anytime I hear a boom, like I just look over at Matt's screen and it just says resume. But lastly, now we got old man to talk about, Leon. So I mean, obviously you've been working your way around town, roundhouse kicking everybody.
Hell yeah, dude.
What I mean, if you don't know, that's kind of what Leon's done in the past games. That's his move, is using them feet.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm not even a huge Resident Evil fan, and I know that, like, for years on multiple different generations of consoles, he's been roundhousing motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Tell me how you feel about playing with Leon and his more kind of action-packed side of Resident Evil, the game.
Me and Bill were talking about this. I was saying this shit's like playing with Max Payne almost. It's like playing a Max Payne game. Bill also said it's kind of like John Wick. And it kind of is. It's like John Wick, but you're killing zombies. And like just off of the amount of guns you have. Like I'm at a part right now with Leon where I like that whole like directional pad of like selecting items where each direction has two slots. My whole fucking D-pad is full of weapons, and there's more weapons in my inventory that I can replace them with. Like I got like some sort of like Uzi shit you would have seen on like Miami Vice or something. I got fucking like a semi-auto shotgun. I've got a whole other pump action shotgun. I've got a pistol. I've got a bunch of weapons, man. And dude, it's incredibly satisfying playing as Leon.
I tell you what, man, they turned that motherfucker. I'm not sure if I'm looking at Leon or if I'm looking at Dante from fucking Devil May Cry, because like,
dude,
motherfucker is letting it go.
With the amount of action, yeah, it could honestly make that pass. It could make a pass for that.
Same developer.
That's true. That's entirely true. And the way they have it spaced out as well, because there was a part I played last night. That might have been the night before. I can't remember. Where I got to a pretty terrifying part with that chick, with Grace. And so you get to that part, and then they're like, instead of experiencing this horrifying shit right now, you're going to Leon. And then you go to Leon and you're like, this is badass as fuck. I'm unstoppable. And then you go back to Grace and you're like, oh my God, I forgot about this. I'm going to die. And it's like the way they have that spaced out, it works really, really well. And it makes the game cooler, but also more scary. Which, as someone who's not really a horror fan, you would think that would bother me. But the way, like I mentioned, the way that it's spaced out, it doesn't bother me at all. And in fact, it's really cool.
Rachie was asking, do you see Granny Wong?
I don't know nothing about Resident Evil. This is literally the first Resident Evil I've played day one. I mean, Resident Evil 4 Remake. I played day one, but I still haven't beat Resident Evil 4 Remake. So I beat Village, and I'm going to beat this, and then I'll probably go back and do Resident Evil 4. But I don't have any knowledge outside of that on Resident Evil, so I can't even tell you what that means or anything.
They put Grace in Fortnite. Matt, are you gonna throw that on? Do some slow walking,
Absolutely,
or some fast some power walking. I guess is what she's doing. It seems like.
absolutely. You know, I love collecting characters in Fortnite. You know that. I'll absolutely be there to do
Oh
that.
my goodness. Anyways, all right, y'all. All right, it's getting ridiculous. It is getting a little late. I appreciate everybody on the East Coast that's fucking with us tonight. I know it's getting close towards what midnight almost over there.
Yep.
So
15
shout out
minutes.
to you guys that stuck with me. Shout out to Yobi. I know you on the East for sure. Out there, and I think he's like in Florida or something like that. But shout out to Yobi. Shout out to everybody that came out here to check out the show. Shout out to you, Bill, Ray Chi, of course, Fuzzy Tomato, Talos, Infinite Umbra, all y'all, Poison Maniac, Jax, C4 Skills, Blind Giant, Stank Mall, all y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through here watching the show. I know we're down a few people. I still need to get that figured out with Cozy. Logue needs to plug in his goddamn Ethernet cable. Yeah. Please, y'all, if you can, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We're back to doing at least one weekly episode. Right now it's on Sunday, but like I said, we got to figure something out with Cozy because she works every Sunday, so that doesn't work for her particular. We might add a second show, or we might just move this show. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do, but I just want to be as consistent as possible. I appreciate you guys for being very patient with my channel because I know I haven't been here a whole lot in the past couple of months. I see you, Dayreezy. Shout out to you as well. Stanley Francois. Almost forgot about you, brother. Can't forget about you. You one of the OGs. But yeah, we'll see y'all next Sunday if you don't hear about anything from now until then. But outside of that, Matt, please let them know where they can find you and what you got going on if you have anything going on in the near future.
You can find me on YouTube, Matt Likes Games. You can also find me on YouTube at The Game Drain. I'm gonna try to start doing reviews for things, and I would like Requiem to be the first one up on that. Here's the thing though, when I do reviews, it's not gonna go on my main channel. That stuff, anything that isn't to do with the stuff I put on my main channel is going up on The Game Drain. Anything and everything. And me and Cozy, we're gonna try to get, like, I know Bill was talking, he wants to be involved a little bit. I don't know about Mike. You, Ham, you're more than welcome to do anything you want on The Game Drain. We're gonna try to build that channel up a little bit and have some fun over there. So look forward to that. And that's where you can find me.
No doubt, no doubt. Thanks again, as usual, Matt, for coming through when no one else could. Thanks to you guys all in the chat for popping through and still letting me know that y'all are alive, even though I wasn't always letting you know that I was alive. But anyways, it was a pleasure, you guys. You guys, as usual, I appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all appreciate the channel. But this is your boy Ham Solo signing out from TSWS Gaming, as usual, letting you know to keep it gaming or keep it moving. Peace out, y'all.
See ya.
We said